Hello kids! If I asked you, how heavy is your backpack? You might say, it's heavy, or so heavy, or maybe you would say, it's just light. But what if I want you to be more specific? Let's say I want you to compare the length of your pencil to the length of your pencil case. Of course, the pencil case is longer, so the pencil can fit in. But how long is it? In today's video, we will learn about measurements, how we measure and what units we use. So grab your cup of juice and join me. But wait, how much juice is in it? How can we measure that? Oh, I think that's enough. So let's start. We need to measure things we use every day to understand them better and use them properly. In the examples I just mentioned, there are three things to measure: length, mass, and volume. Let's start with length. Length is how long something is. Whether it's your height, the distance to school, or even to the moon. We use units like meters, centimeters, and millimeters to measure length. What about mass? Mass tells us how heavy or light something is. For example, a book might have a mass of about 300 grams, while a backpack might have a mass of 2 kilograms. We use kilograms and grams to measure mass. Finally, we have volume, which tells us how much space something takes up. For example, a bottle of water might hold 1 liter of water, and a teaspoon of sugar might have a volume of 5 milliliters. So we use liters and milliliters for volume. Now let's practice with this fun game to learn more about measuring length and mass. Here we have this parcel. We need to measure the length, then we will measure the mass. After that, we will go to the postage rates to put the right stamp. So, first, to measure the length, you need to use the ruler. You must place the 0 at the beginning of the parcel. So this is 0 and it's not 25 and not 30, but in between. As you can see, after the 25, 26, and then 27. Now, can I know which one is it? No, I also need the weight. So, I will go to the scale. This parcel is 25 grams. So, I need the postage rates to be between 25 to 52 grams because it's 25 grams and it was 27 centimeters. So it's this one. Ready? Good job! What about this one? First, let's measure the length. Let's put the 0 correctly first, and as you can see, it's 1 step before 70. But what's the value of each step? Between 60 and 70, there are 4 lines, making 5 spaces, so 62, 64, 66, 68. So the length is 68 centimeters. What about the mass? Let's weigh it. This is 1 kilogram and this is 2, so this is 1.5 kilograms. So we need this to be 68, the length here, to be 68, which is this column, and we need the weight to be 1.5. So 68, here it meets 1.5, so we're gonna put this stamp. Let's check. It's correct. Check the game in the description. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 parcels that you need to measure the length and then the mass for each. and put the right stamp. For each of these measurements, we use specific tools. To measure length, we use meter sticks, tapes, or rulers. To measure mass, we use scales or balances. For volume, we use measuring cups or cylinders. Now, it's time for a quiz. Here, we have some examples of stuff we need to measure. For example, table height in feet. Are we measuring the mass? No, since it's the height, it's the length. Also, you will see other units for measuring the length in this game, like feet and inches. What about how light is the feather? Here, we're measuring the mass. If you want to know the amount of water in a swimming pool, you're not gonna measure the length or the mass, but the volume. Warm to the nearest half inch, we're measuring the length. The weight of a bowling ball, here we're measuring the mass. You will always see that we use the word weight in our daily life to talk about the mass. The amount of water in a bathtub, that's the volume. How much soda is in this can? This is also volume. Mostly, it will be around 250 to 330 milliliters. What about the miles from school to home? That's the length. Dog's tail to the nearest inch? Also the length. What about how heavy is your luggage? That's the mass. Pinky finger to the nearest quarter inch. This is also the length. If you want to measure the amount of lemonade, that's the volume. What about the milk in your bowl or cereal? That's the mass. Is it? No, it's the volume. The weight of a crocodile is the mass. And finally, the book's weight is also the mass. Let's check. Good job! You're becoming really good at measuring now. Share this video with your friends and challenge them to the games we played. That's it for today. Before you go, remember to like, share, check out our previous videos, and of course, don't forget to subscribe. See you soon. Pandabood.